So a funny question to kind of think about sometimes is the question, is iPhone better than Samsung? Or is the iPhone better than the Samsung Galaxy, I guess, as flagship phones that Samsung makes? And there's not really an answer to this because it's completely on preference. But from my viewpoint, from owning basically these devices, I personally do think that there are things that the iPhone does better than Samsung's, but there's things that Samsung does better than iPhone's, and it's pretty much not even close. These two devices are very night and day. There's clearly some similarities. They make phone calls and messages and have a camera app and all those things. But when you actually think about it, there are really only some components of an iPhone that are pretty much locked down to an Apple ecosystem, things like iMessage and FaceTime and things like that. But outside of those things, there's nothing that I would look at an iPhone as to being, I guess, more superior than maybe a Samsung Galaxy. But I could also say the same thing about Samsung's too. Now, one thing I love about iPhones, one, stability, software updates, those things go hand in hand. There are software updates all the time, and whenever one phone gets an update, most of the time, the other devices also get updates as well, and Apple supports their phones for a long period of time. That's amazing. On the Samsung side, maybe their phones don't last as long, but I would say if we were to list out all the cool features on a Samsung phone and all the cool features on an iPhone, I would probably say like a Samsung Galaxy phone may end up having more features than an iPhone. At least more features that I would love to have. Things like reverse wireless charging. That is an amazing thing that I really do wish my iPhones had. 8K filming, although I'm never really going to use it, it's still a really nice thing to have that kind of future-proofs your devices. And even other like minor things like, split screen multitasking, although it's on every Android phone, iPhones still don't have that type of capability. And even installing your own applications on your Samsung phone via APK files, you have that type of capability where our iPhones don't have it yet. Now, on iPhones, there are some other cooler things. For one, I'd probably say that the camera application, although it's probably not the greatest, it does actually give you, I guess, higher quality or at least good quality photos and videos on social media apps rather than things like on Samsung's, which is just notorious of just not being that great. I would also say that, like I said, software updates and the community behind some of these phones just end up being larger and larger because they just still end up getting support for a longer and longer period of time. So that's another cool thing going on for some of these iPhones. But I would probably say that although I'm using an iPhone every day and that's my main go-to device, I do like Samsung's and I do think they bring a lot to the table. And sometimes they may bring more to the table than iPhones, but I don't think an iPhone necessarily is better than Samsung, at least not yet. Maybe in the future, but as of right now, I don't really see it. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.